This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Today we'll discuss about the most important thing, SOQL and SOSL and EML. Let me just log in first. Okay, so what is SOSL? We also call it as SOSL, Salesforce Object Query Language. What is query? Querying means getting something, right? Query and getting some data. Use SOSL when you know which objects the data resides in and you want to. So if you want to get, okay, so I just skipped the slide. Sorry for that. SOSL, Salesforce Object Query Language. SOSL is used to search a specific organization's Salesforce data for specific information. For example, if you want to fetch data of account, you can write a query using SOSL and get the account data. If you want contact data, you can write a query on contact. So generally this SOSL is used to get the data from the Salesforce database, right? SOSL is similar to the select statement in the widely used structured query language SQL, but is designed specifically for Salesforce. SOSL is nothing but the select statement in SQL. So if you people know SQL, select star table name where condition, right? So this is the common syntax or common query we write. Similarly, using SOSL, we can also do the same thing, but we cannot have a star, but it's like select fields, then table name, which is object name, Then where condition and lot of other small things are there. SOQL. If you search, you will see developer.salesforce.com page. In that, you will see the syntax. Okay, I just want to show you the syntax. That's why I opened. There is a small explanation here. Yeah, this is the syntax of select. SOQL select. Select field list. We can also have subquery. We'll discuss about it. Okay. From object type, where, condition, group by, order by, limit, offset. So these are the main keywords we can use. So this is the syntax of select statement. Select the not I mean select. Okay, we can also call it a statement. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir. Little bit voice cracking is there, sir.
Same for everyone.
No, sir.
No, no problem, Bala.
Okay. How is it now?
Fine, sir. Fine.
Okay. So if it repeats, please let me know. Okay. Okay. So this is the syntax of select statement. SOQL statements evaluate to list of S objects or a single S object or an integer for count method query. Similar to the select command in SQL, SOSL allows us to specify the source object such as account, a list of fields to retrieve, and conditions for selecting rows in the source object. Okay, and also remember, whenever we write a select statement, it always returns a list. Okay, we'll give a try. So let's go to developer console. So in developer console, there is something called query editor. So we can write and try the queries here, or we can also debug. We'll do both. So let's give a try. Select name, let's say name from account. You can see here, select name from account. So this is the select keyword, this is the from keyword. We can also have where. I always suggest you to have these keywords as capitals, where we can write a condition. Okay, let us try this query. Select name from account. In the bottom you see execute. If I click execute, I get all the names in our org. So there are 15 rows. That means 15 accounts So I get name of all the 15 accounts. Okay, I want more fields. So name, comma, account number, so if you don't know what to query, you can go to object manager, open accounts, fields and relationships, and check the fields. Okay, I want this business email. And always remember, we should use field name, not the label. Okay, so we should use field name or API name to use them in the SOQL queries. Okay, so for only one account we have email and mobile. For two accounts we don't even have account number. Now this for this account also we don't have any info. Okay, so then I want to just get only the records which has the email. So we can write where email underscore c not equal to null. So I got phrase error. I gave it in reverse. So I got only account that has email. When I give this where condition, um, the only account that satisfies this condition displayed. If I have two, I'll get two accounts. Then we can also use group by. We can also ascend them, order by ASC, order by field and ASC. Let me copy this. Okay, I don't want condition here. Order by name ASC. So all the account names are ascended. So previously GOT was in the first place, right? But now you can see A, B, D, E, G. So we can also descend it. We can also make something first, nulls first or something like that. We can also get the limit. I want only 5 records. Total 15, right? Limit 5. I got first 5. We can also use offset. Offset 2. So first 2 accounts are skipped. Offset will skip the accounts. Okay, I mean skip the records. So offset skipped 2, limit 5. So this is one way to query and get the records. Use SOQL when you know which objects the data resides in, and you want to retrieve data, you want to retrieve data from a single object or from multiple objects that are related to one another. So these are all the sub points. Okay, I'll put it this way. Count the number of records that meet specific criteria. Sort results as part of the query. Retrieve data from number, date, and checkbox fields. Okay. So then how to use the count? Let me just copy this. Okay, I'll note it on a notepad and I'll send them in the end. So we can also get the count. Count from the count. So we get 15, right? Row count. We can also have where condition, everything else. This is called an aggregate query. Okay. So this count will return the number of records. Okay. How to use this query in programs? Let's create a program. So let me get the list. So to store that list, I need to have a list variable, right? So list of account ACC list is equal to new list of account. After we discuss about this query, we'll just discuss about the instance. Then, but to query, we need method public. Let's say void fetch accounts. Then into this ACC list, I will just query. I'll just query the account table. Select name. Okay, let me just copy the same query here. Then I'll modify. So always it's good practice to have in this format, to have this query in this format. And always remember, query should be in square brackets. Okay, if you don't specify the square bracket, you will get an error. Oh, still I got some error. What is it? Oh, this is duplicate. So all the data is copied into ACC list. Okay, will be copied into ACC list on execution. So What I want to do, I just want to get all the records. I don't want limit. I don't want order by. So this order should also be in the next line. So let's say I don't want this. I want the email IDs. If email IDs are blank, I want to insert na@na.com, something like that, where email __ c not equal to null. Let's give a try, like system.debug. Let's debug this ACC list. So let's execute this query examples. QE is equal to new query example. QE dot fetch accounts. No inputs, right? If I debug, if I execute, I'll get a debug of this ACC list. So in this ACC list, I got all the accounts. Okay, so I have given not equal to, but I want to get the emails which doesn't have email and want to update, right? So email equal to null. So first I should save the program, Control S. So I got the list of accounts which doesn't have emails. Okay, but remember, this debug will not print all the accounts. It has some limit, 160 characters something. It won't display more than 160 characters. So this will not show, debug will not show the real data. Always remember that. Let me close all other. So if I right click and click on close other tabs, will close all other tabs. Give me a minute. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be back soon. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, so when I write this query, I got all the accounts which doesn't have email. So what I'll do, if you remember, I have second type of for loop for account A, column ACC list. If you remember, this is the second type of for loop, list colon variable. Sorry, variable colon list. So this list will have all the records, let's say 14 records, and account A, I declared account A. So every time one account copied into A, and it will iterate. So like that, first account, second account, like that, this for loop will iterate for 14 times. Then what I'll do, I'll check if email, I don't need to check email is existing or not because I have queried, but it's always good practice to have a null check or have a check. Okay, so email underscore c double equal to null. So in if condition, to compare we always use double equal to. Okay, so this is called comparison. You may ask, but in where condition we didn't use double equal to? In SOQL it's not needed, but in if condition, to compare anything we need to use double equal. If we use single equal, that means it's assignment. Okay, if we have to assign some value to a variable, we use single equal. If we have to compare, we always use double equal. And I also want to check double and check for null, check for blank, not null, blank. So null already checked, so it's always good practice to check for null also. Remember, according to the database and this programming languages, null and blank are different values. Okay, anyways, so I want to check email of a record, right? So a dot email system dot debug. Let's first debug a, then okay, ACC in the end. So what I'll do, a dot email equal to null, right? So I'll assign some value equal to na. Always remember, we should give a specific email format, any email format into this email field. String should be in the form of email. Let's say na@na.com. So then debug the ACC list. So I missed this semicolon here. Let us execute this. So this didn't execute because I should not use end here. Both are not possible, right? End means both should be true. Any one of them will be true. So I should use OR. How to use OR? We should use a pipeline, double pipe. Okay. So in my system, it's just above enter button. Two pipelines will be OR. Okay. So let me execute again. You can see now. Okay. So these are all the list of accounts without email ID. But in the end, added all emails to every record. So you can see every record has email as na@na.com, right? So let's put them into database. So here we just added into the list and just debugged. But how to send the data back to the database? So we have something called DML, data manipulation language. So we will be manipulating the data, right? Apex enables us to insert, update, delete, or restore data in the database. DML operations allow us to modify records one at a time or in batches. So we can insert one record or multiple records. We can do them in batches, etc. Okay. Apex is tightly integrated with the Lightning platform persistent layer. Records in the database can be inserted or manipulated through Apex directly using simple statements. The language in Apex that allows you to add and manage records in the database is the DML, data manipulation language. In constraint to the SOQL language, which is used for read operations, DML is used for write operations. Okay. So here, always remember this SOQL is for read operations, to read the data, to get the data. To write, that means to send it back, we need DML. So DML has insert, update, delete. There is something else called undelete. So we have undelete is called restore. Undelete is nothing but restore. So we have insert, update, delete, undelete. Okay. So I'll do one thing. I'll put it in the bracket. So here I am getting all the accounts, updating the email. So I want to update back in the database using update ACC list. So first let's query. So first let's query. So I got the accounts without email. Let's execute this class. So everything is added and updated. So let's go to the account query editor again and see the accounts. So refresh grid will give us the latest. So if I refresh, no data because no null anymore. So let's say not equal to null. So all the email fields are updated with na@na.com. You try for mobile or you try for the same in your local in your login in your org. So this is how we get data from the database and manipulate the data. Okay, what if we have to create a new account from Apex? Let's see that also. Okay, public void create account. To create an account, to update, let me rename it as fetch and update account. So this one is create account. So to create account, we don't need list, right? We need only one. So let's say account acc is equal to new. Okay, I thought of doing it for contact. Okay, let's do it for account only. acc dot name is equal to xyz inc something. So now acc has account record. So insert acc. Okay, if you know SQL, in the database you will give like insert into insert the data into so and so table, right? So but in Salesforce we don't do that using DMS. We'll have a variable or a list and we'll just update the list or update the variable. Salesforce will take care of all other things like insert into which account, into which row, etc. Okay, we cannot insert a record into a specific row. It always added to the end. Okay, insert acc. Let's give it a try. So let me just copy the same, paste here, create account, select these two lines and execute highlighted. I didn't debug anything, right? So I didn't get any exception. Account is created. Let's go back to accounts and see whether it is created or not. X, Y, Z. So it's not created. I also didn't get the error, right? So it's not created Maybe because so this is okay. Maybe I didn't save this, so it's not executed. So I always tell you, and I also did the same mistake. So let me execute highlighted again. Okay, let me check with the account whether it is created or not. Then check the debug. So XYZ incorporation is created. I've given only name, so only name is added, or name is only name is there. I didn't give any other fields, so we can consider all those fields. ACC dot other fields. So if we declare as an account or um, any as objects, we'll get all those fields. ACC dot will show you all the fields that you can assign a value. Okay. Remember, you cannot assign a value into formula fields, roll up summary fields, and all the formula fields and roll up summary fields. Okay. So which are system generated, and you cannot also insert data into created by, last modified by. You won't see those fields here. Last modified by ID is there, but you cannot insert. We can insert, but by enabling something that works only for last modified by, but created by will not be um, inserted. Okay, it's system generated field. Okay, if you try, I think it will show you an error. So it's not writable, right? Created by ID is not a writable field. If you use formula field also, you'll see the same error. Field is not writable. So we can say mobile underscore underscore C some fascinable. We can also insert all the fields through the program. Okay, through Apex. Okay, I'll execute once again and let's see whether this new account starline is created or not. We didn't debug anything. So it's created. With mobile. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about SOSL. SOSL is not so important. Okay, I'll just give a brief so that I don't need to spend time tomorrow because SOSL is not that important. So SOSL is nothing but SOSL. It's a Salesforce Object Query Language which is used to uh, construct text-based search query against the search index. Okay, so to search the database for a particular keyword, we can use SOSL source. It can be search text, email, and phone field for multiple objects, including custom objects that you have access to in a single query. There are some other examples for SOQL. I'll give you them. When to use sourcel? Use sourcel when you don't know which objects or fields that the data resides in, and you want to retrieve data for a specific term that you know exists within a field. Because SOSL can tokenize multiple terms within a field and build a search index from this. Social searches are faster and can return more relevant results. We'll give it a small try. Retrieve multiple objects and fields effectively where the objects might or might not be related to one another. So let me go to query editor. So social is find. It's nothing but find. Find with a keyword, let's say ABC, and just execute. So we'll see the records which has this ABC in them, all the objects. And we also have this social syntax. So these all for soccer. Okay. So SOQL statement syntax, from there they explained everything. Order by, how to use order by, how to use limit. You can try all these examples. And remember, Salesforce always try to give for the standard objects so that it's easy for us to understand and learn. Okay. So social syntax. So this one, find keyword in, we can give a group of objects returning. Okay, let's say returning ID, name, email underscore c, mobile underscore c, and execute. Did I do any mistake? Okay. Okay, let's remove ID. Generate should give like this. Let's try. Okay, custom fields no, will be supported, but okay, let's see. Let's see an example. I hardly use this, right? Okay. Insert okay, it's telling that returning is also an object. Sorry, I know it, but let's say account. Returning account will give the data from the account. Okay, it's not a field. So then, okay, field list. We can give the field list. So let's see the field list. In search group, limit n, offset n, order by, returning field specs, to label fields, optional, resume from a query using list view. So everything we can use all this in SOSL, Sockle, sorry, Saucer. I'll create an example. We can also specify the fields. Okay, so in this, I think we can give name in the bracket. Yes, with the name we get name, comma, email underscore c, comma, mobile underscore c. We'll get the will give us the field information. So I'll give some examples on SOSL sources and Sockle also. But as of now, for you, these examples work with Sockle. I'll just send you this example. We hardly use Sourcel in our programs. So when we have to create a search index, so we already have that search index everywhere in Salesforce, in an object or in this global search is there. If you go to object, in object also you have, okay, let me go to any other object. In object also you have search here. So Salesforce has already provided the search, so we hardly use this Sourcel. But to know, you should be using. I'll give an example on Sourcel. Okay, I'm done. Any questions?
One small question.
Yes, Rajendra.
To select all the columns or fields, what we
No, we don't have that. We cannot query all the data, all the fields at a time. We don't have something called star, so we can only specify the fields which we can retrieve.
if it has many more than 30 or 100.
You're not audible. Can you?
Than 100 fields, it is difficult, right?
Yeah, we have to write all the 100 fields. No other option.
Okay. Okay.
So Salesforce always tell that. So don't query all the fields. Don't get all the fields. So they limited it. Okay.
Okay, Bala, thank you.
So yeah, no such option. Any other question?
No, Bala.
Santi, any question?
No, Bala.
Okay. Nisha, any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Meenal, any question? Okay, Navi, any question?
No, Bala.
Okay. Indu, any question?
Not at this point, Bala.
Okay. Fine. Okay, I think we know it's not there. So tomorrow we'll start discussing triggers. So and we'll see all this where we'll use and all. You will be using most of the things that you tried till now. We tried till now from the beginning in the triggers. Okay. Okay then.
सर
Yes, Nisha.
सर आपने जो ऑब्जेक्ट वाला अभी लिया था ना सर, इसमें एपेक्स में जो ऑब्जेक्ट वाला कंसेप्ट, वो सर आप प्लीज रिपीट करोगे सर कल के लेक्चर में, क्योंकि उसमें मुझे बहुत कंफ्यूजन हो रही है सर.
Which one?
सर
or yeah.
नॉट दिस सर,
Okay.
फ्राइडे सेशन. आपने फ्राइडे को जो सेशन लिया था ना सर, उसमें जो ऑब्जेक्ट्स वाला लिया था सर आपने,
Okay.
वो वाला सर.
Okay. I'll repeat करता हूँ 10 minutes.
यस सर.
और ये हम सभी प्रोग्रेस में यूज करेंगे. So in triggers we use all the concepts that we tried till now, but I'll just have a discussion for 10 minutes, then we'll get into triggers. Okay.
ओके सर.
Okay.
थैंक यू सर.
You're welcome. Okay then. Bye for now. Sign off.
बाय सर. हैव अ गुड डे सर.
Thank you. Same to you.